You wrote a great piece on Ray Rice, and I don't disagree with you. And I think for the average person, it's really easy to just throw a blanket of domestic abuse over top of Ray Rice, and you wouldn't be wrong to do so. But you make a great point in, hey, listen, this guy has done his work more so than most people and taken it seriously more so than anybody else. What has Ray Rice done in your mind that made you write that piece that said, you know what, in this time that we live in giving thanks and Thanksgiving, surely someone can give this guy an opportunity because of the work he's done? What is that work that he's done since that video came out of him punching his wife?
It's literally going to shelters, to the House of Ruth, to talk to incarcerated men, to talk to at-risk males, to talk to, standing in front of college commissioners and people who help set domestic violence policies at the NCAA level, and telling his story and being as open and honest and candid as he possibly can. It's him quietly, without TV cameras being there and with no press release, feeding 500 families in Baltimore, 500 homeless families in Baltimore, where I live, last week. And this is a guy who hasn't had an income in 2 or 3 years. Now, he made some pretty good money when he was playing, but nevertheless, this is someone who has told me repeatedly, if I get another chance, I won't make a dime off it. Whatever contract I get that first year, literally all that money will go to domestic violence causes, support, outreach, education. He's someone, if you listen to him tell his story, if you give him the opportunity to share himself with you, he will, in a way that will move you. And just in general, in a league of second and third chances, it just doesn't seem to me that this guy in particular, who again, this isn't a Greg Hardy who did a multitude of heinous things, basically brushed them all off, basically called other people a liar, and then got to play again. This isn't a situation of a guy who is a 1, 2, 3, 4-time offender, but who people just keep giving another shot to. This is someone who, to this point, it looks like the worst moment of his life will continue to define him professionally, probably forever. And I just don't think that's necessarily the nature of the league. I don't think that's necessarily the nature of our culture. And I mean, I've written about him and had him on my podcast and talked to him extensively. I knew him pretty well when he was in Baltimore. I hate what he did. It's disgusting, but I've never seen someone take something that negative and really use it as, this is the impetus for his life now. I mean, this is basically, he is a walking, living, breathing sort of testament to, what you can do in the aftermath of something heinous that crushes you, that crushes your family, that crushes those around you. And I just know how welcome he is at the league office. I know how welcome he is at the Ravens facility where they have him talking to rookies and stuff this year. I know that the league office wants to hire him at some point. That's how staunchly they believe he can help them with this process and with this problem. But because this thing is on video, none of these owners will give him an opportunity. And I just think there's hypocrisy in there, and that this league wants to pay a lot of lip service and do a lot of talking about, victims' rights and advocacy and all that stuff. But the guy who's actually walking the walk can't get a phone call.
Has he not had one phone call, one offer, nothing?
There's been back channel discussions between several teams and his agents, and the closest it came last year, Cleveland looked like they were going to bring him in. It was to the point where they told the training staff, get a locker ready for him, we're going to work him out this week, and then it got killed at the ownership level. The Lions flirted with the idea of bringing him in this year, early in the season when they had a rash of running back injuries. There were some phone calls, but it didn't get off the ground. No one has given him a workout. No one has been, and that's the thing when people are like, he can't play. I don't know. I saw the guy running 22 miles an hour on a treadmill. I mean, I've seen him work out. If you don't think he's in great shape, I don't know who is in great shape. He hasn't taken a hit in 3 years. 2013, the last year that he played, the entire offense and offensive line was horrible. I can tell you the Ravens were excited as heck for him to come back after that 2-week suspension. Mm-hmm. That's the year Justin Forsett ran for 1,500 yards. They think Ray Rice might have run for 1,800 yards that year with the way that offense went and with Gary Kubiak's scheme. So yeah, there's several coaches. There's a lot of coaches in this league who know him that would sign him in a second. But this is an ownership deal now, and teams have refused to do it. I hope Seattle or Philadelphia or somebody out there right now reconsiders it.